Welcome back to the podcast, the only podcast that knows all 151 Pokemon in the Pokemon rap.
Dude, totally. I could totally do that right now. Just kidding. Please don't make me. I didn't
We're
study.
gonna we're gonna have you do the entire rap right here, right now.
Hell no. I don't think I could it's been years since I've heard that. But it's a good
Electro
rap.
Diglett.
No, don't do it. You're gonna get copyright struck. Don't
Catch
do
them,
it.
get them, gotta get them all. Gotta get them all. Pokemon.
What if you got copyright struck for that?
I would actually be quite angered. I would say,
Dude,
damn you,
that'd be
Mr.
amazing.
Nintendo. I can't believe you would do such a heinous act towards me.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Nintendo himself. His last
Mr.
name is Nintendo.
How you been,
Guys,
man? How's your week been?
you know what? I'm sure you can tell. My voice sounds a little bit different. That is because, in fact,
You
I got a new
finally have come
microphone.
out. Oh,
No, I got a new microphone. Um,
nice.
so let me tell you about this tragedy. All right.
Oh, it's tragedy.
Yeah, it's a tragedy.
It started
Actually,
when
first
you
off,
were a young
does
boy.
does no, uh, does my voice sound better on this one or worse?
Better. Like,
Really?
yeah, I can hear you so much better.
This mic cost less than the one I had.
Oh, that sucks, man.
All right, let me explain this tragedy real quick. So here's the deal. Last night, I'm winding down for the night. I've had a nice day of maxing and relaxing, as the kids say,
But were
right?
you water maxing?
No, I was not
Oh.
mewing either. I wasn't keeping up with my mewing.
Oh, that's not good,
Um,
man. You're gonna turn into a
I-
beta cuck.
oh no. So, anyways, um, I'm putting some lights up in my room. And they're very nice little lights. I'll have to show you
Is it
sometime.
the
But
is it the one like where you have a remote and you can like change them or
kind of, but
but
it's
different?
that type of yeah, it's different. It's not that exact light, but I digress.
You
So
digress.
I moved my chair and it smacked the USB that my headphones are connected to and snapped it.
No.
And when I say I moved my chair, I do not mean I hurled my chair across the room. I mean I literally just like kind of slid my chair out of the way and it just snapped. It snapped the fucking thing. It was
N-
gone.
really?
And I looked at it and I just let out a big sigh and I was like, fuck me. And
Dude.
I was like, my first thought was, oh, I could get a new one. And then I was like, oh man, I should probably get that soon. We got to film the podcast tomorrow. So I got in my car and went down to Walmart and it's the same brand that we both have. It's Razer. It's the Razer Kraken X is what it looks like from
I
here.
think
I'm looking at
I think that's what I used to own.
oh, um,
You know what?
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna be a corporate sellout here. Razer is
yeah.
quite fantastic.
Razer's really good.
I don't
They
have
are not
many issues with them.
they are not sponsoring
They're
us
not
and
sponsoring us, but if they wanted to, if they wanted to, I'm just saying.
heyo right here.
Razer,
Um
call us up. Let's make
but
a
yeah, no,
deal.
the USB was absolutely fucking destroyed and I was like, well shit. So
Well,
I went and picked these babies up. I think they were like $50
oh
and
snap!
apparently the mic's better
Literally,
than the fucking more expensive one that I had.
I that just might be a me thing. I don't know.
Well, if you're hearing me more clearly, then it's better.
Leave it in the comments below. Which mic did you prefer?
Yeah, go back and listen to the previous ones. Listen to my horrendous voice.
And then, if you like it so much, he'll unsnap the old ones and bring them back.
I wish I would have done that yesterday. I would have unsnapped the old ones.
Man, did you not have duct tape or nothing?
Well, though, so it wasn't like I'll have to show it to you because I still have the headphones. It's like you know how there's the part of the USB that you hold on to and the part of the USB that actually plugs in? You know what I'm talking about?
The one that you hold on to?
The part of it that you hold on to. So when you're plugging in a USB, right?
Oh,
There's
I
there's a
see.
little there's that little
Yes.
square that you typically hold on to, or like rectangle. It's
Yeah.
snapped in between those parts.
Oh, okay, I see. And it didn't get
And there
stuck in
was
the computer?
no,
Oh,
no,
no,
it
because you
bent.
rolled over it.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
and and it was just absolute tragedy because I kept on unplugging it and replugging it in, and it was like we don't recognize this device. We don't. The computer doesn't understand what this is.
And you're
And then
like,
there was one time that it worked, and my headphones were back, and then it stopped like 5 minutes later. It stopped working.
dude, I hate that feeling. Especially when you're like, oh my gosh, I did it. I fixed it. And then it's like, nope, no, you didn't.
Yeah. Ah, so yeah. Anyways,
New mic.
new mic, new me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Totally.
So for
Uh,
the little audio listeners at home, love you to death. Uh, you told me you had some other stories today
I
for
do.
us. So I hear we're eating good today. So
Oh
you
yeah.
want to tell us your other stories?
Yeah. Okay. So let's start with the first one. The
What's
saga.
it called? What's the
The
title?
story.
Yeah, what's the title of the
I.
story?
It's another continuation in the saga of Jason Lawless.
Jason Lawless, let's go! I love that man.
All right. So we got more Jason Lawless. So here's the dealio. Mr. Jason Lawless himself he's reported to me that he's taking acting classes.
He's gonna be a porn star.
Yeah.
By next month, we are gonna get the first Jason Lawless porno.
Oh my God, I forgot about this. I forgot about this too. Oh my God. Sorry.
No,
This
you're good.
predates the acting classes thing. All right. Hold on. Let me flash it back real quick. Before that, it was Valentine's. Yeah, it was Valentine's Day, and he sent me fucking Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, I just sent you a picture of my penis. So
I much more formal.
I figured. It was a
Uh,
tasteful nude.
so here's what he sent me. He sent me Happy Valentine's Day, and then he sent me how many pictures is this?
27.
He sent me 11 pictures of anime girls asses.
Were they hot?
Yeah. Um, but like I it's so fucking it's so weird.
Yeah, I would
I
imagine so. I
there's a
just
bunch of pictures. There's a bunch of pictures that they're like measuring how big it is with like a tape measure. Let me
what?
see if I can find one. Hold on.
Wait,
I'm gonna see if I
like it's one character showing their ass and another character taking a tape measure and measuring it.
No, it's the same
Oh, it's the
character.
same character.
Same. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
And
I don't know, man.
people are like, man, that's hot.
He was
But
our good friend Jason Lawless.
our good friend Jason Lawless over here.
Oh yeah, and then he sent all those, and he said these beautiful pornography artworks got my heart racing.
What?
You
I'm so
know what?
Huh?
I
I'm
don't know, man. He's an easy man to please. I can tell
He's
you
an
that.
easy man to please.
It's true, absolutely. So, so he asked me how it was going. I told him it was going good, and I said, hope city that he moved to is treating him well. I don't want to dox him from Flintwood, Michigan. You know what I'm saying?
We're
Um,
here in Fleetwood, Michigan. He's there, and
city.
he's in hometown.
Yes. Do you like my censorship?
I love it, man.
So anyways, I asked him how it was going. He says he's been going to a lot of strip clubs, and then he offhandedly mentioned he was doing his acting classes. So I was like, "Oh, acting classes.
Acting
Tell me more
classes
about
plus
that."
the strip club. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Um. So apparently, he's at some sort of acting academy. He said they are currently teaching me how to do read a script analysis, working with the other performers in short acting scenes and improvisation or scripted scene activities. Mind you, this is just how he texts. I'm not reading it wrong. It's not me. I just read that word for word. Uh,
That's just
later
how you
on, I
talk,
am
man.
yeah. It continues. Later on, I am going to learn about the process of acting auditions in a few weeks. We'll be making self-recorded acting audition tapes of ourselves with actual cameras that is used in film production. It's really nostalgic because the teachers and longtime students are saying callbacks or conversation that theater people would know. I feel like a high school kid all over again.
Oh my gosh.
That's the end of the text.
Wow. As someone
And
who
so,
has been in theater, especially in high school, I can
yeah,
tell you that's exactly what happens.
yeah. And so, Jason Lawless, I know you're not listening, but
But if
I
you
wish you'd
somehow
listen.
are,
Yeah,
we are your
we're rooting
biggest
for you.
supporters. We're your
We're rooting
biggest
for
fan.
you. Yeah.
When the
We're
porn comes
excited.
out, we want a signed copy each.
We will smash like on the video.
We'll give it up. We'll give it a 5 stars.
We'll give it a thumbs up. We'll give it a seal of
We'll
approval.
like and subscribe, just like how you guys should like and subscribe.
We'll log onto
Oh,
our friends' Facebooks and like it from their Facebooks.
I will find a way to get my grandparents' Facebook information, and I'll have them like it.
That's perfect. I love it.
Yeah.
Um, so then that's the Jason Lawless saga real quick. Other short thing of note, but a somber story from this week for me. Did you hear about Too Mad passing away?
I did. It's actually something that I
Sad.
was gonna bring up.
I was really sad, man. Too Mad was really funny.
It's quite unfortunate.
I cannot tell you how much joy that man brought me harassing people in Zoom calls.
You wanna know what's even worse?
He died playing Overwatch.
He died playing Overwatch, and not just Overwatch, playing as Hammond, as Wrecking Ball.
Is that true?
That is true.
Damn. I hope you're not lying to me.
You can look it up. He was playing.
Because the last thing I heard is that he's just his Discord still says he's logged into Overwatch.
He was playing. He was playing Overwatch, and he was playing as Wrecking Ball.
That's fucking crazy, man. What a
Yeah.
way to go. Would you like to die playing Overwatch too?
Yeah, but not as Wrecking Ball.
As Symmetra.
Oh no.
Would that be really
Have
embarrassing?
I'd rather have all my skin ripped off my body slowly over time. Or
Would
what's
that
more
be
painful?
embarrassing?
I'd rather put a nail in between my toenail and my toe and smash it against a wall than be caught dead as playing Sim.
And then smash
This
the
is a
light.
call out post. Anyone who plays Symmetra, you are a beta cuck. You don't know how to play the game. Log off. Never touch the game again. Overwatch devs, if you're listening, remove her from the game. I promise you. Like, no one will miss her. Not a single person would be like, what? Why'd you remove Everyone would be like, good. I'm glad she's gone.
Everybody would pray to their gods and thank them.
If you're the voice actor for Symmetra, I mean, you did nothing wrong. So,
Yeah,
you,
you did a good job. However, the character that
however,
they
but
gave
the
you,
character they gave you is the worst, and we hate them, and
yep. So,
so.
Um, so let's see. I think I got one more story for you.
Man, I
Uh,
am just eating deliciously today.
so here's the other deal this week. So I have been in a very not scientific way testing something for the last few months, and I finally have, I don't know, what you would call
What?
results.
I'm
Let, let, let me
gonna
explain.
I'm gonna need more context here.
Okay, let me explain. All right, so here's the deal. Um, my mom has always been one of the things that I've
A
always heard from
gamer.
her. No, not at all. One of the things that I've always heard from her is that if you keep doing something over and over again, you'll eventually get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
If that does that make sense?
Yeah, it's like when they're saying, "Oh, you need to eat your vegetables." Like, oh, if you eat them
You'll
over
get
and
used
over
to
again,
them.
you'll get used to
Yeah.
eating them.
Yeah. So I think I can finally say that that's entirely wrong because I've been testing it over the last several months.
You've been
So
stabbing
as
yourself every single day, and you still haven't gotten used to the pain.
Nope, it's not it. But
Ah,
that's a good test. I'll have to try that one. No, so over the last couple months, at our wonderful workplace in Flintwood, Michigan, I have been working the very, very early morning shift. Now, I have never ever been a morning person. I'm really bad at getting out of bed. Um,
same. Well,
my
I used to be a morning person.
and my like my stomach is always upset when I get up too fast. I have to like be able to lay there and just wake up for a few minutes. I can't just
That's
jump
how
out of
I
bed.
am. I wake up. I roll over to my side. I'm like,
Yep. You need the leisure time.
yeah,
But there
that
are some people that can just wake up in the morning like that and go and they're fine. I am not one of those people and I will never be one of those
I
people.
used to
But
be, man. I used to be
but
cool.
I've talked about this with my mom before, and she's like, "Ah, if you just keep doing it, you'll get used to it." Not true. I've been doing it for months now. I haven't gotten used to it. Um, so what I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna switch up my schedule. Not at work. I do not mean at work. I'm gonna keep doing 4 a.m.s, but instead of having them at the start of my day, I'm thinking about having them at the end of my day instead, if that makes sense.
So sleep all day.
Yeah, sleep all day, up all night.
Interesting.
Because I've always been kind of a night owl, as is. Um,
Hmm.
Now that wouldn't be apparent to you because I keep on going to bed at 7 o'clock at night, so I can get up for
I
work.
know.
And
Okay. Here's a little bit of context. I barely work mornings. I still work 4 a.m.s, even though I hate them with a fiery passion, because I love staying up at night. It's one of my favorite activities.
I
And
just listen. I think that the starry night is so much nicer than a sunny day.
facts, bro. I could care less for the sun. If it
Yep,
was pure nighttime all the time with the beautiful stars in the sky, I'd be
yep.
like, I would, chef's kiss, man.
Base. You know what I'm
Moon
saying?
better than sun.
So, so what I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna change my schedule in that instead of having work be the start of my day, I'll have it be the end of my day. So I'll be up at night instead. And I'm going to start putting that into effect here pretty shortly, I believe. I started kind of
You
last night.
started.
What I'd like to do is sleep through the afternoons and then be up at night and in the morning, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So last night I went to bed at 7, which is like normal time. And I had to be up at 3:30, 3:40 ish this morning so I could go
Work.
to work. Um, but instead of getting up at 3, I woke up at midnight. Now that's not a full sleep, obviously, and
Obvi.
the goal of that is so that I'm going to be tired in the afternoon, so I can actually go to bed in the afternoons instead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can't sleep if you're not tired. Um, so I think the same thing's going to happen to me today. I'm going to stay up, maybe not as late as the last couple days, um, but I'm going to wake up way earlier.
Oh, okay.
So ideally, what I'd like is I'd like to sleep from 2 to 10 p.m. and then the rest of the day I'm awake.
A good old 2 to 10, and then
Yeah.
interesting.
Now, we have a game night. Don't worry, this won't affect that. I'll still show up at game night on
Okay,
time.
good. I was gonna
Because
say.
here's the deal. Here's the deal, right? Game night, I lose sleep either way. So if I
Yo,
were to
facts, bro. Those are the you're just spitting the truth here.
Well, okay, so if I were to keep with my normal schedule, I would lose sleep because I would be staying up way later,
Because
so I get less
not.
sleep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so then in this case, instead of staying up later, I would just wake up earlier. So it doesn't matter. I'm losing sleep either way.
So what I'm hearing is we need to start just feeding you straight cocaine.
No,
Oh,
maybe
okay.
not. I mean, I might consider slamming an energy drink if I feel really
Once or
tired
twice.
at game night. But I
Mm.
try to stay away from energy drinks. I don't think they're all that good for you in the long run.
Oh, and they just don't work for me.
Some people they don't work for. Some people think that they're not
They
as
do
good
have
for you in the long run.
microchips in them, and if you drink them, you're gonna become one of the government drones, and the
Yep.
CIA is going to tap into your mind, and you only use 10% of your brain anyways, so they could secretly hide it, and they're gonna try and access the other
They can hide
90% that you're
they
not
can hide
using.
they can hide their fan fictions in your brain.
Did you know that's actually not a true statistic that humans only use 10% of the brain?
I had heard that somewhere, but I didn't do any research on it. So yes,
Yeah,
I've heard it.
yeah, that's actually fake. It turns out you do use 100% of your brain. We just don't know what everything in the brain like
I
what it's for.
see.
Yeah.
Um, there's one last reason that I want to switch my sleep schedule around.
And that's to go to the strip club.
No, I don't think I'd
Oh.
be caught dead in one of those.
Oh.
Um,
But what if Jason Lawless is working?
okay, I might just to
To meet our hero.
yeah, to what's the word? Support him. I would go and support our man.
Our man, Jason Lawless.
Our boy. No, so the other reason is that I'm sure anybody that's listening, including yourself, knows that when you have a job, when you get home from work, you're tired.
Yeah, I immediately
Uh,
pass out normally.
yeah, so that's the thing is that there's a lot of stuff that I want to do in my spare time, and if I go to work first, then I'll be exhausted for the rest of the day, and I won't do that stuff. And so I'd
So
rather if I wake up before work and do all that stuff before work, then I'll be tired at work, and that's fine.
yeah, I'd rather just be miserable at work than at home.
Well, you are. I mean, you're already miserable at work
So
to
might
an
as well,
extent.
yeah. So might as well just tack on.
That's
I get
that's
it,
kind of
man.
how I look at it.
No,
Maybe I'm wrong.
I get
Maybe
it,
I'm wrong
man.
for that.
No, 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 I understand completely.
Yeah. Um.
Speaking of
So
which,
yeah, that's my
uh,
stories.
are you ready? Are you ready to hear my stories of the week?
Hell yeah, lay it on me.
So, for all you lovely listeners at home, I have some news.
Okay.
I am half gay.
Okay.
I am what is known as bisexual. I know, you gross, disgusting.
It's
Call
not
the
what I.
Catholic Church on me.
The
Uh,
Catholic Church.
so the other day while I was at work, I also have a work story.
Damn.
I was picking some fruit and I saw this old lady and I was like, hello, good morning, how are you? And she goes, oh, good morning, how are you? I'm like, I'm doing all right, just a bit tired. And I was like, how are you? And she goes, I'm doing great. Have you ever heard of Jesus?
Yeah? And
And
you say, yeah, I know him.
I'm like, yeah, I know who Jesus is. And she goes, oh my gosh. Well, did you know that Jesus loves you? Yeah, I know Jesus loves me. Oh, okay, good, good. You know he's coming
Was it?
back soon, right? Like he's gonna come back. And I was like, oh yeah, the second coming. I've heard about that. And then she goes, oh, I'm so glad. Here. And then she hands me a pamphlet, and it
Oh,
says,
is it one of those?
how
Yeah.
personal are you with God?
Oh God, man.
I
I
I what do you even say there? Like, I'm sorry, he doesn't love me. I'm bisexual.
do
Like,
you want that? Do you want the actual correct answer to that?
it took
Eh,
all of my power not to go, oh, sorry, I'm bisexual. I'm going to hell for sure.
I so what I would do in that situation is I would say I would decline
Oh,
the little
thank
pamphlet.
you.
I would say, oh no, thank you, I'm a Satanist.
It's against my religion. Why did everyone keep telling me I should say I'm a Satanist?
Because that's the proper response.
I know, but we're at our place of work, and I'm like, she
Well,
might.
that's fine because Satanism is a religion. So what are they gonna do? Get you in trouble for
I'm
being religious?
Pastafarian, actually. So,
You could have said that too.
do you know about Pastafarianism?
I do. That's the
The flying spaghetti monster.
yeah, the flying spaghetti monster.
And if you can prove that you're actually part of the religion, you can take a picture of a spaghetti strainer on your head with your as your driver's license photo
Oh, that's sick.
because it counts as religious headwear.
That's an actual amazing perk for that.
I haven't met anyone who has done it, but I think it would be really funny.
That's actually cool.
It's one of those perks of life.
We should convert to Pastafarianism.
Dude, that would actually be like a fun.
How do you prove you're a Pastafarian?
I don't know actually. I'm sure there's a way.
Yeah.
Or
Eat
maybe
spaghetti.
they can't prove that you're not a Pastafarian, so they're just like
Yeah.
fine, whatever.
Fine, have the spaghetti strainer, you
I don't
degenerate.
you pervert, whatever.
Pervert, yeah, totally.
Oh my gosh, dude. It's
Yeah.
actually like insane.
What
I
is?
just how life is, man. Like you can get away with a bunch of things. To start a religion, you only really need 3 followers.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's like you have to have a place where you convene and you
Okay.
have 3 followers.
All right. So you're telling me we could have started a religion this whole time?
Yes. Or it's
That's
something
freaking.
like that.
That's sick as hell.
No, I don't want the tax exempt of it.
You
Okay.
don't want the tax exempt of it?
No. You need to develop a cosmology,
Okay.
select a name for your religion, develop
Okay.
a list of your religious core tenets,
All right.
talk to people about it, find a meeting place, read about historical examples. That doesn't seem right. Earning legal status, which is the tax exemption.
Okay.
Meet the guidelines for legally. Well, that's what I was trying to get is to legally establish a church.
What
Oh,
would they?
here.
What would your church be?
Okay, this is from the IRS. This one specifically. It
Oh
has a
shit.
it has a creed and worship practices. It has a formal leader. It has a clear history. Its member is distinct from other religion. There is
Okay.
recognized course of study to ordain leaders in the religion. The religion has some form of foundational text or literary tradition. There are recognized or regular places to worship, and the religion has regular congregation and service.
Yeesh.
Oh, I thought you. How many members? Yeah, 3 founding members
Three founding members.
who are not related by blood or marriage.
Okay.
So, yeah, you could
That doesn't.
start a religion.
Dude, that'd be kind of cool,
Can you
actually.
start a religion out of your household? Is that illegal?
Yeah, it should be. Because that's a place to meet.
I guess. I mean, if Peter Griffin can do it and have the Church of the Fawns,
Is that a real thing? I don't watch too much Family Guy.
dude, that was like one of the earlier episodes. He starts a whole religion around the Fawns.
Oh.
They have a lot of
It-
references to the Fawns because it's also his spirit animal.
Oh. See, you learn something new every day.
That episode's weird because he's like he goes to it's been a while since I've seen this episode, so bear with me.
That's okay.
They go to an Indian casino. Lois gets so addicted to gambling, she gambles the car away.
Okay.
Peter is like, "Man, I need that car back." And the Indian that's running or sorry, Native American. Ah, great. I'm getting canceled on Twitter.
Canceled. You're canceled.
Ah,
Queso
nuts.
pops up and he says, "You're canceled."
You're canceled. Okay.
Dude, I love the way he says you're
Yeah,
canceled.
I love it so
Holy
much.
shit.
So the Native American he says, I won't give you your car back unless you can go into the forest and find your spiritual animal. And
Yeah.
the other people are like, can he even do that? And he's like, no one's ever been able to do that. So, and then he goes out into the forest with Chris, and there's a subplot where Chris wants to quit like the Boy Scouts or something, and wants
Mm,
to pursue drawing, which they never bring up ever again in the show, which is actual
lame.
like, yeah, lame. And so Chris finally brings it up to his dad. His dad like, no, and then later he's like, okay. And then the Fonz appears and he goes, "That's my spirit animal. It's the Fonz." And then all the people are like, "We want to go on spiritual journeys." And so they give him the car back.
Yeah. Well, average. Actually, no, not average Family Guy episode. Above average Family Guy episode.
That one was I just remember the scene where he's looking up into the stars and the Fonz winks at him. And that's when he goes, "The Fonz is my spirit animal."
Oh, God. Oh, you know, that's an interesting question. What do you think about shows that last as long as things like Family Guy and South Park have?
I there's some shows where they can last and still be good, like South
Hmm.
Park.
Yep.
And then there's other shows that last and they should have been canceled a while
And
back.
yeah, like 20 years ago.
Here's the thing, Family Guy got canceled and then they brought it back.
Yeah.
And I am in a minor in the minority of this group probably, or maybe the majority, I don't know. They should have ended the show at Brian's death.
Yeah.
I think that's when the show peaked.
Died. That's
Yeah.
when the show
It
died.
died with Brian.
Okay.
Cuz
And
then they
the thing that's walking around isn't Brian, it's just a husk.
So I saw this thing and it's like a theory, and so the show is different because when Stewie went back in time and saved Brian, that
Yeah.
caused an alternate universe to be made. That's why there's some changes in the actual show. And I'm
That's why
like
that's why Meg's a permanent punching bag.
okay, interesting theory, but
It's just a good way to explain bad writing for people who are
yeah,
diehard fans.
it just
But hey, I don't blame
it
him
was
for it.
really good. And here's the thing about Family Guy.
Okay.
The newer episodes are basically not fun to watch, but they still have that one joke or cutaway gag that is so funny, and you're like that's why you keep watching.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
for that
that's
one good joke.
I
and
mean,
and I
that's
think
the
I've
thing,
told you
right?
about this.
Yeah.
It's one of
There's
those phenomenons where
yeah.
you're like, man, I just Modern Family Guy is not that good, and then you get to that one joke and you're like, okay,
There's always one cutaway that's just absolutely hilarious.
and you're like, okay,
But like
this is this
the
is Family Guy.
context of the whole episode is it's like it's not that good, but that one cutaway is fantastic.
Is fantastic.
You're like,
Exactly.
"Damn, this is hilarious. Who
This is
wrote this?"
who wrote this bit?
The Return of Family Guy? Question mark?
Is Family Guy becoming good again?
Is
Scratch his
Peter
chin,
is furrows
furrows
brow?
brow, scratches big dandruff off head.
Sighs and politely tucks hair behind ear.
I do not know what the happening is.
It's such a lie. It's such a lie. You know what it is.
I was actually the creator of the Fappening. I
Dude,
was all of the nerds in Hollywood that hacked the Fappening. Every single one of
I
them.
all of them.
Yep,
Damn,
all
that's
15.
crazy shit, man. Was it 15
I
people?
don't know. I just
Oh,
picked a random number.
I just figured you knew.
No, I did not know what the Fappening was until
Until you
recently.
heard a until you heard a bit on Oni Plays about
Until
it.
I heard that Oni plays bit. I was Tomar in that situation.
You were like, "What's the
What's
fappening?"
the Fappening? I did not know what it was.
Uh, I I don't think was like cognizant of it, but I had heard of it a couple times, if that makes sense. Like I was like, "Oh yeah, that."
I just can't
But
believe Ray William Johnson's nudes got leaked. That was the saddest one of all.
nah, dude, that was the best one. That was the absolute best part of that whole thing. Are you kidding
It's
me?
the only good thing to come out of it.
Yeah, exactly. It was the only good thing to happen from the fappening. That's what a lot of Fox News anchors were quoted as saying at the time. Is the only good thing to come out of fappening, and it was Ray William Johnson's
It was
nudes.
Ray William Johnson's nudes. Oh my gosh, dude. It's in yeah.
Yeah.
Uh can we talk about should we talk about Overwatch and the state it's in?
Okay, wait. Before we pivot to Overwatch and what the state it's in,
Okay.
um, one thing about TV shows. Hold on. Yeah, okay. I had to confirm real quick before I opened my big fat mouth. Um,
Mhm.
so 8 years ago yesterday, eight
8
years
years
ago
ago
yes,
yesterday. There
8 years ago yesterday was the final episode of Gravity Falls.
Wait, really? Oh my
Yep,
gosh. It what? Oh my gosh, it was. I That's actually insane. I even remember where I was too. I was at my
I don't
grandparents'
remember.
house. They
Yeah,
I was cuz I didn't have cable at the time and I really wanted it to watch it on a screen, and so I asked my grandparents if I could come over and watch it. And they said
yeah.
yes. And so I put it on their big TV and I sat and I watched it, and oh my gosh, dude, it was beautiful. 8 years
Dude,
ago, really?
8 years ago, Trump wasn't even president yet.
I was
He was still a meme.
That came out in
2016.
jeez. I was only I was
I
only
was only I was barely 16.
I was
I just had my
barely
sweet 16.
I was about to turn an age.
Damn, that's crazy. An age?
Let's see. I would have been 12 when it came out, about to
Damn.
become 13. Yeah, hanging out you hang out with a youngster pedophile.
What?
Yep,
No.
you're going to
Nope.
prison. Wee
Nope.
woo wee woo wee woo. That's him,
Nope.
officer. Take him to prison. Do you think
Okay.
you could survive in
Anyway,
prison?
no.
No,
No. Do I think I
bro.
could? No.
I could survive prison.
I would just get raped to death.
Whoa. That's a naughty word.
I mean, I speak the truth.
I would get tickled to death
Oh, yeah, totally,
with
totally.
shanks.
That's totally what would happen.
That's totally what would happen, man.
Yeah, no. I want to stay as far away from prison as possible. Thank you very much.
Boo, boo, hoo, hoo. I don't want to go to prison. I,
Do
I don't want to
you?
be locked away.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
No, I lied.
Do you just go, oh, a vacay?
Oh, vacation. Finally. So
The
I've
guard,
earned this.
the guards are like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Sir, you need to keep your pants on. I'm on vacation.
Sir, please. Do they start beating you to death?
And then they just
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, we were going to talk about the state of Overwatch.
Yes.
Well, for all you listeners out there, Overwatch Season 9 came out this week.
And
So far, it's been a blast.
I love it.
Do you think Overwatch is saved? Question mark.
Overwatch is finally cool.
Is it? Is that
Yep.
true?
I
Did
will.
Ryan Reynolds say that? Because if Ryan Reynolds didn't say it, it's not true.
Ryan Reynolds said it day one.
Okay, cool.
Here's
All
the
right.
thing.
Yeah.
They made healers dookie water, and I love that. I wanted the support role gone, and they did it.
Yeah, because, well, I mean, that's the thing, because before Season 9, healers were just another DPS.
No. Healers could heal, and it was lame and gross. But now they have to actually have skill to heal. So womp womp. Sorry. Good luck. Better luck next time.
How does
Dude,
this,
it's
how did,
fantastic.
how does this affect you as Zenyatta main?
Dude, it's great because now I can throw healing orb on people, and I don't really have to worry because they have passive heals, so I can just be a better DPS.
Oh, that's true. The passive heals.
Outperform all of the other beta males who can't kill the one widow up in the corner, even though she's standing still. How could you biff every shot? Anyways, I'm not.
Uh, I am. I'm sensing some sort of unresolved trauma.
I just, I just some players, man.
Some people's children.
I will say though, Hanzo is really good this season.
Is he?
Dude,
See,
he's annoying. I was playing as Mauga, who has a base like set 700 plus health, and he
okay.
was killing me.
Damn. Well, it's because they made the hitboxes for his arrows so much bigger,
It's so great. I love it so
and
much.
they reduced. Well, I guess they increased people's health pool, so they didn't reduce the damage, but they didn't increase the damage. So you can't one shot headshot all the
Yeah,
damage arrows. However, you're not gonna miss any of your shots.
but you barely miss your shots. I Jonathan can attest to this. I have probably the worst aim in human history.
I don't know if you
It's
have the I don't know if you have the worst aim in human history, but you play on a high sensitivity until recently.
until recently, but even then, I had some dog shit aim. I went 21-1 with Widowmaker, the sniper. Like
And he texted me about it last night.
I did, because I was proud.
And you know what? I was really proud of him.
I got play of the game and everything.
I got a big old warm smile on my
I
face. 'Cause
went.
Did you do that?
I smiled, but we're on a podcast, so they can't really see.
You smiled just like that?
Yeah, watch. I'll smile again.
Okay. Damn. Look at those
Yeah.
pearly whites.
Look at those pearly whites. Hey, Jonathan,
What's up?
you want to talk about bowling?
Bowling?
Yeah. Have you ever been?
Sure. I have. I went earlier this week.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You want to talk about how we could have gotten hustled and lose
Oh,
money?
that was okay. So we went with a couple of friends from work. It's one of our friends from work's husband's birthdays,
Yeah.
and a couple
And
people got invited out, and we
we
had a
were
good time.
invited because we're the best ones.
Anyway,
We're just gonna ignore that.
yeah, we're just gonna ignore the blatant narcissism. Um,
Narcissism. Yeah, it was pretty
so
narcissistic.
so the other guests get there, and one of them goes, "You ready to beat me?" Pretending to play all coy that they're not good at bowling, and nobody mentioned putting money on it. But if we had, we would have gotten absolutely fleeced.
And then we played one more round. And
Yep,
Jonathan and I decided we don't take that kind of disrespect in this household.
yep, and we got first and second place,
I got first.
and I got second, and it was awesome.
It was great, and I spit in a guy's face.
You know, you were like on and off a good luck charm for another person.
Dude. So there's a guy in the other lane, and I'm wearing a blue shirt with
Yep.
a picture, a drawn picture of Sonic the Hedgehog that I did, and we'll see what it says on it later.
Okay.
A Sonic hat, which is also blue,
Yep.
and that's what I was wearing, and my blue jeans, right? So I
Yep.
was all blue, essentially,
Dabba dee
and
dabba die.
and that's what he called. That's what he called me. He just called me Blue.
He said, "Hey, Blue."
Hey, Blue, I need my good luck. And every time he would look at me, or was near me, he would get a strike.
Yeah.
And then the like 2 times it didn't work, he was like, "You asshole," and then he would flip me off.
It
He was very
was a,
drunk at this point.
it was a weird relationship you two had,
I know.
but it was kind of wholesome.
Yeah.
It was like abusive but wholesome. You know what I'm saying?
But wholesome. You know what
Yeah.
everyone's looking for in life.
I hope not.
That's the perfect marriage right there.
Abusive but wholesome.
Yep.
Take
Take it from me, marriage counselor Keyen.
I thought you were gonna say psychopath.
I was gonna say
Take it from me.
psychologist, but
Take it from me, psychopath.
take it from me, a sociopath. I don't feel feelings anymore.
I can't feel my legs.
So there's a game
Oh.
that came out recently. It's called
Okay.
Divago.
All right. I have not heard of this.
So what this game is essentially is it's a VR slash computer game
Okay.
where the people on the computer play as knights and the person in VR is a giant. And so what the giant does is they can pick stuff up or pick up the knights if they're skillful enough and throw things at them. And the
Yeah.
knights, they try and launch missiles and stuff at the giant's head and blow it up.
Oh, so it's just a
And
big. It's a multiplayer boss battle.
yeah, and dude, it was so fun. Oh my gosh. But the sad thing is I never got to play as the giant cuz while I do have VR, I don't have the computer
Body tracking.
no, you need the computer link cable to play it.
I see.
And I don't have that. And it's like $70 to get on the Quest.
God,
On the Meta store.
God damn.
Well, it's a good thing that other companies make it.
Yeah. Did you pick it up somewhere
So
else?
I bought one on Amazon for
Freaking sick, dude.
more than half the price.
More than half? Do you mean more than half or less than half?
Or I guess it would be less than half.
That's awesome, dude.
Like oh my gosh, dude. I was like, bro, there's no way. I think I spent 20 yeah, I spent $21 on it.
God damn.
And
That's a steal right there.
yeah, it's
Jesus.
and I'm pretty sure it's longer than the actual one. It's like a 16-foot cable. And I'm pretty sure the one on the store, on the actual Meta store, it's like 10 feet.
Less.
No, 10 feet.
Yeah,
I
so
mean, it is
less.
less. Yeah. Well, it said 10 feet and then you said less. So I thought you were saying 10 foot less. And I was like, no, 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 no. It's not 6 foot long. That'd be
Oh, I
insane.
see.
That'd be crazy.
I understand. I understand. I'm following you.
I
So yeah,
understand.
oddly enough, it's been an eventful week this week. It
Yeah.
sounds like for everybody.
For
We
everyone
got
around.
we got new coworkers.
Oh, I don't even.
Oh, I wasn't. We got new coworkers,
I want to
and
rip.
hopefully they're better than the last ones.
I want to put a bullet through my skull.
Oh God.
So one of the new people we hired
There's
at our
there's
job,
yeah.
I used to work with them at a different job, and they they're dumb. All right, there's no cookie cutter way of putting it. They're stupid. They have actual brain
Ooh.
rot, and
Uh-oh.
they have a personality of a rock.
That's a good one.
Like I don't. There's nothing to say or like. I just don't like this person. And now they're at another job that I actually enjoy. So I'm mad. I'm mad. And I feel like I have the right to be mad.
Yeah, you do.
That was my kingdom and
That was my thing.
it was my thing and they're stepping on my toes.
Are you gonna bully him?
I'm going to post my feet on Feet Finder
Why?
because my beautiful toes.
That's how
But
you're gonna get back at him?
no, I haven't figured out revenge yet, but I that was just a side conversation.
Okay, I understand. All right.
Maybe I
I'll
get so
take.
successful on Feet Finder that I'm rich, and then I hire a hitman to kill their pet goldfish.
Damn. That's pretty that's
Brutal?
pretty
I know.
brutal. Yeah.
I'm kind of a sociopath.
That's pretty fucked up of you, dude.
My father was a psycho.
My
My
father ate a
father.
goldfish.
My father shot a goldfish. My mother was a goldfish. My father killed my mother.
The goldfish were one and the same.
We're one and the same. And then my father saw me crying and he said, "Let's go buy you a Funko Pop.
Let's go buy you a
Let's
goldfish.
go buy you a new goldfish.
And
And
then
we'll
he
call
had a
this one
new.
mommy,
We'll call
stepmom.
this one wife.
We'll call this one stepmom for ya. Son,
Ugh,
make sure to pick out the sexiest goldfish."
I hate that.
What, the sexiest goldfish line?
All of it.
Wow.
There's nothing against you.
Yeah, you know what? Everyone's been hating on my bits recently.
Excuse me?
I am gonna pull up a actual Discord conversation that I had,
Uh-oh.
and let's just say my feelings are
We're
hurt
shattered. Destroyed even.
because
Decimated.
I said a really funny bit, and you know
Okay.
what? It went unnoticed.
Okay.
Okay, so
Alright.
my dear friend Lampster5 on YouTube said, I
Oh
just had
shit.
I
Shade.
just shade
Shade.
just had an Overwatch game where the enemy team was flaming our team the entire time since we had levers that never return. What a bright and positive community that this game has. And I said, ha ha ha, what little babies can't rejoin? Lol, how cringe.
Okay.
And it just went ignored. No response,
Uh,
no continuing the bit. Like, I was setting him up and he just let it flop. I was like, here's a little bit of morsel for a funny bit, and then he just grabbed it and threw it on the ground and he river danced on it.
stepped on it. He just ripped your heart out. Is
I
that
just yeah,
he ripped your heart out, he stepped on it, he killed your dog all at once.
exactly.
Is that about right?
It's horrible.
Okay.
And speaking of horrible,
Okay.
I just saw a story. Someone just sent me a story on Reddit,
Okay.
and I'm gonna
You're
read
a
this to you.
Redditor?
I'm not a redditor. They're a redditor.
Are
They sent me a picture.
you Redditing?
I'm not redditing. I hate Reddit, bro. If you're on Reddit, you're a neckbeard. Womp womp.
Ooh.
All right. Story. My cousin named her daughter the worst name ever. So my 20-year-old cousin had a baby girl last month. She named her something so horrific I can't even call the baby it. She combined two names and came up with Harlot, after her grandparents Harvey and Charlotte. She
Arliss?
Harlot. She didn't tell anyone the name idea until after she was named and the papers signed. My mom burst out, "You named the baby whore?" And my cousin started screaming. We are a loud family, but holy hell, the poor child, Harlot. Harlot! She came out very pink and has a puggy nose, so I'm calling her Piglet for now.
That's even worse. That's even meaner.
Bro,
Holy
this
shit.
child's getting. This child is
Is being bullied.
is being bullied, and they just got born.
Holy fuck, man.
Imagine
How are
naming your kid Harlot, bro.
imagine getting to a point in life where you can like give birth to a child and you don't know what a like you don't know what a harlot is and to not name your kid harlot.
That's why if I ever come up with a name and I'm like, oh man, I really like this name, I'm looking it up. Like
You gotta run it.
I'm not going to Reddit, you numbskull. I'm
No, I was gonna say you're gonna run it through the internet
run
first.
it. I thought you said you're gonna Reddit, and I'm like,
You're
I'm not Reddit. Yeah, I'm gonna run it through the internet. Be like, okay, is there any like bad like tie-ins to this name? Which is why I can't pick Adolf anymore. Thanks for that.
Thanks, man.
I was like, man, that's a beautiful name for a child, and then he did all that. So
I can't believe he did that to you, man.
day ruined,
He did that just to spite you.
just despite me.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Super Bowl happened recently.
I didn't watch it.
I did, and you know what? I like to watch the Super Bowl for the commercials, and you know what? I'm gonna say it. 90% of the commercials were lacking this year.
Oh no.
There wasn't any like big ones that stood out to me, except for one,
All right.
and it was the State Farm commercial.
Okay.
And
State Farm coming in clutch.
so the joke is, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Okay.
and he's playing, and he's casted as Jake from State Farm, and he's trying to say like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, but because he has that accent, he goes like a neighbor,
Yeah.
and
As he would.
as he would, and it shows him in all these scenes, and he's like neighbor, neighbor, and they're all like it's neighbor, like they're all correcting him, And then
Yeah.
eventually the director goes, "We wrote a script change we think you'd like." And and it shows the scene that it was before, and he goes and he gets cut off, and it's Danny DeVito, and he goes, "Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there." And then it's Danny and Arnold in the seats, and Arnold goes, "You're a traitor," and he goes, "I'm a traitor." And I
That's
loved that commercial because I love that movie Twins.
so
And you
that's
know what? And you know what hurt me? I told you this story the other day, and then you
yeah,
said I've never seen Twins,
that's true. I've not seen Twins.
and that is criminal. I believe you need to be thrown into the slammer for that one. Locked up, key thrown away, never to be let out again for such an egregious sin.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. Twin. How have you not seen Twins, man?
I don't know.
Do you want me to give you like the basic premise of the movie?
Sure, by all means.
Give you an interest in the movie. Okay, so there's this island with
Okay.
a bunch of nerdy scientists, and they're trying to make the perfect baby, right?
Okay.
But here's the thing: the baby that they make, accidentally, the woman that they use, she has twins.
Oh, okay.
And one of the I mean, you know who the twins are. It's Arnold and Danny
And
DeVito,
DeVito.
and the Danny DeVito.
The
And
Danielle
and
DeVito.
they keep Arnold on the island, but they send Danny DeVito out into an orphanage.
Okay.
And they like tell Arnold about, oh, you have a twin brother, and you know, and so
Yeah.
they meet, and Danny's like, he's gone through his whole life becoming like a con artist, trickster man, and he gets tricked into transferring, what was it, like a bag full of money
Okay.
or like a car across state lines. He was like, "Oh, I can do that," and he like brings Arnold along with him.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna go into the rest of the details of the movie, but it's so funny, and I love their chemistry throughout the movie. And I
Is
just
it
love
like
Danny DeVito. I think Danny DeVito is probably one of, if not the greatest actor of all time. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. All right. I
when
don't
I
think
was
I've seen a movie where I was like, I hate Danny DeVito.
I can't say that either. I don't think there's been a single Danny DeVito role that I've seen that I've been like, I don't like that.
I especially love him as Frank Reynolds,
In It's Always Sunny.
and It's Always Sunny. He portrays
We
that
just
character
we toss her in the
so
soup.
funny. We toss it in the soup.
We toss her in the
Little
soup.
kid choke on a fur ball. What we do? We toss him in the soup. There was no soup.
And then he like burps.
Yeah, because whenever he lies and gets nervous, he burps.
Oh,
We need to burn all these documents. Why? Because they prove that I was on Epstein's island. What? Yeah, but I never did the kid touching stuff. I didn't know about that. I just went for the snorkeling.
we were just snorkeling.
Dude, he's so funny in that role.
He's a funny little character.
If you like dark humor, I highly recommend watching It's Always Sunny.
That's where they say suicide is badass.
Suicide's badass.
That's a good line. It's a quotable line.
Also Danny DeVito. Just saying.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito, baby.
You can't stop him.
You can't. And he's really short too.
You ever tried to stop Danny DeVito? You can't.
No, you would literally melt into itty bitty pieces.
Did you see those? I remember I was inundated with Jimmy John's ads with Danny DeVito in them.
There was Jimmy John ads with Danny DeVito in them.
Yeah, one sec. Let me just make sure I'm not crazy.
You just gaslit yourself.
Well,
I mean, that's the point of the podcast. Gaslight, keep girl boss, right?
nope. I was half true. It's not Jimmy John's. It was Jersey Mike's. See that? Half truth. Yeah. Have you seen those though?
No. Oh, this was 5 months ago.
Yeah, he just threatens to eat another dude's sandwich.
Dude, he has a bunch of ads with them.
Yep. Shit's crazy, man.
Shit is crazy, man.
Oh, Danny DeVito. Danny will toss him in the soup, DeVito.
Dude, Danny DeVito is always down for stuff, and that's pretty commendable, really.
You know who I wish was still around?
Gilbert Godfrey.
Yep, that is exactly what I was gonna
Wait,
say.
actually,
Yeah, Gilbert Gottfried.
have you ever seen that Gilbert Godfrey? I don't know if it was like a sketch or like a little skit, but it's Gilbert Godfrey and Weird Al, and Weird Al's like, ah, yes, my imaginary friend Gilbert, and he goes,
No.
I'm real.
I mean, he's my imaginary friend too.
Oh my gosh, that just brought me to a topic that I was gonna mention to you, but now I'm gonna mention it on the podcast because we're
All
here
right.
now.
All right, hit me with it.
So, you seen My Little Pony, like the
That
actual
is
show,
correct.
right?
Like you mean Friendship is Magic?
Sure.
Yeah.
I did not know this until recently. And by
Okay.
recently, I mean literally like an hour ago.
Hour. Okay.
Weird Al,
What?
his
Yeah.
pony Sona cheese
Yep.
slice, I guess,
Cheese. No,
cheese
cheese
sandwich.
sandwich.
is canonically married to Pinkie Pie.
I mean, that's kind of based.
And then on some fan art that someone made of Pinkie Pie and him, he wrote, I'm married to your waifu. Weird Al Yankovic. I
Oh,
didn't
dude,
know this. No one has ever told me this, and I am
That's-
learning about it today.
it's actually based as hell. I'm married to your waifu,
I
dude.
I
That's
shocked.
Weird Al. I already thought Weird Al was based as hell. I always thought.
I made the soy jack face. Like
Yeah, that's awesome.
I was.
Yeah, cheese sandwich is a good guy.
Oh my gosh.
He just wants to make people smile,
That's
just
it.
like
That's his,
just
that's
like
his, that's
just like
his-
Mr. Boss.
Oh, I love Mr. Boss.
Well, he brings the party. That's the whole thing.
I don't
He
know,
wants to
man.
make
I never seen the show.
That was the first episode I saw of it. Was with the one with cheese sandwich.
He's in multiple episodes.
Yeah. Yes, he does appear again. But the first episode I ever saw of the show was the one with cheese sandwich in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Would recommend just for Weird Al.
I'm not gonna watch My Little Pony just for Weird Al.
What's give me a better reason. Exactly. I mean, I guess you could say John Delancey.
I would watch the show, the only episodes that he shows up in.
Yeah, do it.
Dang it! Now I'm gonna have to watch it.
And you're gonna say that sucked.
I'm gonna be like, bro.
Either that, or you're gonna come to me and be like, so I binged all 10 seasons.
That would never happen in a million years. I watched the first episode,
Yeah.
and
And you wanted to kill yourself?
I wanted to kill myself. And I even remember what the whole episode was about.
Yeah. They
So
have
that
to
so that
stop.
bitch Twilight Sparkle is like, why'd you send me here? What's Princess Celestial?
Yes, Celestia.
Celestia, why'd you send me here? Kind of cringe. And
Friendship
then
is dumb.
friendship is stupid. And then she meets all these ponies, and they're like, hey, we should be friends. And she goes, no, get out. And then-
yeah.
And then Celeste is like, why don't you come meet me at a party, yo? And she was
Yeah.
like, okay. And then Celeste's evil twin sister, who believed the throne was hers, was like, I'm gonna kidnap you now. And she kidnaps her. And then the bitch Twilight is like, oh gosh, I guess I'm gonna have to go after her. And then all of the people that wanted to be her friends were like, we'll help. And
Yeah, they
then
just kind of
Spike's a
appear.
dragon.
That's true. Spike's the best character in the whole show. He's based. Well, actually, that's a lie. Rarity's the best character in the whole show. Fight me,
I
anybody
I
out
like
there
I like when Rarity goes, I don't speak that ghastly taco language.
that is not from the actual show.
I don't believe you, man.
That's from the parody, but that's also a really good line.
Oh, oh, the parody, man. Oh. Wow.
Yeah, the parody. That was that was a funny line though. I mean, I'll give him that.
I'll give him that.
It was a funny little bit.
You're a funny little bit.
Thank you. Thank you. Listen,
I don't know if
my
that laugh
life.
went through on Discord,
It
but
kind of did.
it was really
It kind of
bad, and
did.
I want to personally apologize to everyone.
You should apologize to Jay Schlatt for that.
Mr. Jebediah Schlatt,
Jebediah.
I apologize for not only that laugh, but for doing 9/11.
Okay. And we'll have to see if he gets back to you on that. Hopefully he does. Um, if he's feeling like not a vengeful god, he'll get back to you probably in 6 to 12 business days.
Oh. Well, as long as it's short.
I don't think that's short.
Six
What if
to
he
ten
Amazon?
business days? I
No, I
mean,
said 6 to 12.
oh, 6 to 12. Never mind.
What if he Amazon Primes it?
Oh,
His response.
Then it'll be here in like a day.
Hell yeah. Recently, it's probably just because it was the holidays, but there was a couple times where I bought some stuff off of Amazon where it was like, oh yeah, we'll have it there in one day, and then uh didn't show up for the next three.
And you're like, what the
And
freak,
you
bro?
and you're like, I pay a premium for Prime, right? So that I can have this stuff sooner. I don't know.
I
I don't
know.
know, man.
I feel a bit gypped, tbh.
Because Amazon started putting fucking ads on Prime Video.
Yes. Oh, that's
God,
cool.
that made me so angry, dude. Because you already paid what is it? What is it for Prime? Like $15,
$17,000.
$17 a month
I don't know, man.
to get ads. Hell no. I think I'll pass on that. I I shouldn't get into business practices. I'll get angry.
Why? Capitalism is awesome. Okay, if you dare ever insult or even suggest insulting capitalism again,
If I suggest insulting capitalism,
I'm gonna sell you on the black market.
damn. And you know what? That's capitalism.
Hmm.
Capitalism. You know, saying capitalism with a Russian accent really defeats the purpose.
Capitalism.
No, it's capitalism. Oh, speaking of like politics and all that kind of jazz and economics, did you see that Tucker Carlson interviewed Vladimir Putin? Did
You
you
know
see
what?
that? What?
I have not.
Okay. Here's the thing. Really boring interview. It's just Putin dodging questions, in my opinion. But there's this one part where Putin absolutely roasts Tucker Carlson, and it is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Because there's nothing Tucker can do about it, because he's in Russia, and there's probably men with guns off screen.
You know what? I actually do know what the insult is.
What is it?
You told me the other day.
Was it? Basically, it boils down to, if I remember correctly, I guess Tucker tried to join the CIA at some point, and Putin mentions it, and he's like, "It's a good thing they didn't let you join. They're a serious organization after all."
Get fucked, Tucker Carlson.
Dude, I can't believe it, man. They cucked the Tuck.
Cucked the tuck. Oh my gosh, that's
I
such
don't know. I don't know where I heard that, but I can't take credit for it.
Well,
So
it's too late until you
it's
can
still
find
funny.
who gets credit for it. It's your joke now. That's how it works legally.
I don't think that's how it works legally, but either way, they absolutely cucked the Tuck, and it was hilarious.
Oh my
Um,
gosh, dude.
uh,
Wouldn't it have been funny though if Tucker Carlson actually was a CIA operative, and this was just a big ruse to get into Putin's house.
That would have been even cooler.
Yeah, like they're
Holy
doing the
shit.
interview, and one of the cameramen just walk off and gets all of
Um,
Russia's secrets.
you know how people on Twitter were like, uh, they did fact checking for a while on stuff, or like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about? Okay, Tucker got fact checked on because he did a video before, like a trailer for his interview, right?
And he goes,
And
Putin doesn't insult me.
no, he says something along the lines of like, nobody's asking Vladimir Putin for interviews because he's talking about the Ukraine situation. He's like, it seems like nobody wants to hear the other side of this story. And then he got fact checked by the official like Russia Twitter account, like the official, I think it's the Kremlin, whatever it is.
Oh, Carlson, you silly American boy.
No, so
We
basically,
wanted to interview people for a while.
no, so what they said is no, people ask us for interviews all the time. We just decline them.
Dang. I
Like
wonder why they said yes to Tucker Carlson then.
um what they
They probably knew
said
about the CIA thing and were like,
what
okay,
they
this would be a good
said
insult.
in their official like tweet about it was like Tucker quote thinks differently than other people. But the way that I see that, when I hear he thinks differently, I hear he thinks the same way we do, therefore we're giving him an interview.
Huh.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? That's how I look at that is, oh, he's got similar viewpoints, so we'll give him an interview because he'll be what's the word?
Complacent.
Sympathetic. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was I would not recommend watching the full interview. It is 2 hours of mostly nothing happening,
I'm
and then
sure there's highlights.
Tucker getting absolutely roasted though was made the entire thing worth it.
It made it based.
It was so funny, man.
Based in a world of cringe.
It was so good. I cannot tell
Whoa.
you
That line
because
actually goes hard.
he just he laughs nervously because he can't like defend himself.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, he's going ha 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 ha, but in his head he's like, "Don't say
He's
anything,
like
you'll get
he's
shot.
like
Don't say anything, you'll get shot."
I mean, yeah, basically, you're gonna get arrested, dude. Don't run off your mouth.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
so funny. God. Imagine going all the way to Moscow to get fucking roasted.
But you don't have to. Cuck.
Oh. You're
That's
saying
right,
I don't have to
viewers.
go all the way to
Viewers,
Moscow to get roasted?
viewers at home, you're all cucks in our minds. You're all
What?
beta males. We're the alphas. You're the betas, and you're all cucks. And we're gonna put you in the cuck chair, and we're sleeping with all your husbands and wives.
Damn. I think you should fight us for that one.
Yep. Anyone who wants to challenge us, we will be posting a like a meetup place for us to all box. Winner takes everyone's husband and wives.
Oh.
Do with them as you please.
Holy shit.
And you know what?
What?
I think this is the time where we say goodbye to our audience.
Adios.
Any final words, Jonathan?
I love you.
Yeah, well, I think you're